It's time to focus on FPL.
Hello and welcome to FPL Focus, your place to focus on FPL. And today we're going to be looking at some wildcard drafts, some players that I've added to my watch list. And obviously with the big hitters like Ronaldo, Lukaku, Kane, Fernandes, KDB, the question is, who should we be having in our wildcard drafts? The answer to all that will be coming up next. And so we start with the watch list, guys, and where better to start than Wolves, eh? I mean, look at that lovely green run of fixtures. They've got Watford away, Brentford at home, Southampton away, and Newcastle at home. And it's hard to ignore, really. I know that Wolves haven't scored any goals in their first 3 games. They did play tough opponents, though, and they do have a new manager. They did play Leicester, Tottenham, and of course Man United, who have spent big in the window. They performed well, but finishing wasn't quite there. But I think it's just a matter of time, especially in the case of Jimenez, Traore and Trincao, who have got here with some stats for you. So if you do want to bring them in, then let's start off with Raul Jimenez, priced at 7.4. The Mexican had that horrible hedge injury. I think it's just a matter of time before he starts finding that form he used to. I still think it's a slight confidence thing, but he has been heading the ball, and I think his confidence will only improve. His XG is 0.82, XG that is actually on target 0.08. Take-ons, he's had successful 3 out of 6, that's 50%. I think the Mexican will come good. And the way that Mr. Traore storms forward, like, it's just amazing. It's really good to watch. It's lovely to watch. And he is priced at 6 million. His XG is 1.53. XG on target 0.86, which shows that how wasteful he is after doing all his hard work. But look at these stats. Take-ons, 28 out of an amazing 34. 34 take-ons, 82.4% successful out of them 34 take-ons. Absolutely makes. Once he's gone, he is gone. But the end product, I think with these green fixtures, Watford, Brentford, we could see some goals for sure. And another player that I did like on the eye, Trincao, I think that he will take some chances. I think it'd be a nice differential as well. His price is 5.9. He's got an XG of 1.26. XG on target is 0.69. His take-ons, he's had 9 successful out of 15. That's 60%. And these are the watch list 3 options for you. Jimenez, Traore and Trincao. Will you be bringing any of these into your team? Have you considered any? Let us know in the comments below, guys. Next up, we do have our big hitters. Ronaldo is in the house for Man United. Lukaku recently joined Chelsea, and obviously we got our good old faithful Harry Kane for our fantasy Premier League points. All these stats are taken from FF Scout, so make sure you do check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. So first up, I want to talk a bit about Ronaldo. His season last with Juve, 29 goals and 3 assists. Impressive at his age. Considering he's 37, absolutely amazing stats. He's still got it. We all know what he's capable of. And I recently played Euro Fantasy as well, in which I didn't get on him straight away because I actually doubted him slightly, and he punished me for it. So I've got that same feeling in FPL not to ignore him. I'm going to be getting straight on him. As soon as they give a price, I'd expect him to be around the 12 million mark. So I really do urge you guys, get on Ronaldo. Don't be stubborn. He'll be playing up front, I'm pretty sure, and he'll be getting plenty of chances and finishing them absolutely. He's great in the air, as you know. He can jump really high. Look at the stats. Look at the goals. He punished me in the Euro. Get on him is all I'm saying, guys. And then up next, one I do like, Lukaku. Obviously, physical presence. Had a stormer of a season with Inter Milan last season. Priced at 11.5. He's had 1 goal so far for Chelsea. I know it was against Arsenal, but he does look really creative. And then it was a tough battle for him against Liverpool, but he still showed he could go for it, especially considering they went down to 10 men. He was still a nuisance to them. XG 1.76, penalty area touches 14, so plenty going on there for him. And I think Mason Mount plays well off of him as well. Just to add that in, I do have Mount on a little watch list going on my table here, but this is about the big hitters, obviously. And then we got good old Harry Kane. No goals so far this season. His price fell to 12.3 because of the old transfer embargo going on, where he didn't actually move anywhere in the end. And I think it's a case of, you know, let him get settled back in and fully focused, so to speak. And I'm sure he'll be just as good as he was last season for Spurs, linking up with Heung-min Son, of course. I expect Kane to explode again. XG 0.41 and penalty area touches just 8 so far. But like I said, I expect him to come good again. So yeah, do not forget about Harry Kane. For me, I've got to go for Ronaldo though, because of what he done to me in the Euro. He's just an absolute legend and a beast. So for me, I'd go for Ronaldo ahead of Kane. You might get him that little bit cheaper, but we'll see. Will his price match up to Kane's? Will he be a 12.5? Will he be a 12? Those questions are yet to be answered. So yeah, which one of these big hitters, guys, will you be bringing in again? Let us know in the comments below. So now, guys, it is obviously time to show you a wildcard draft that I've put together, and absolutely loving this so far. So obviously I've actually got triple Wolves in here for the fixtures. Let's go for it to begin with. I can obviously get off of ones that I don't think are performing well, but if they are, it's all good because they've got the fixtures. So if you have a look here, Watford, Brentford, Southampton, Newcastle, as mentioned earlier, and even then they've got a little tough patch and then it goes into green again. I sound a bit like a weather forecaster there. Slight green patches, goes into red for the afternoon, but we'll be alright if we stay indoors until then, and it goes green again. Sorry, couldn't help it. But yeah, back to the wildcard draft. So Livramento there is the budget gem, isn't he? Getting them games to Southampton, but also more importantly, he's actually getting forward quite well. Do you guys own Livramento? Let us know in the chat if you've got him in your squad. I've stuck with Gaeta. I just like him as a different goalkeeper. He plays for Palace. I think Palace's defence will take time, but I see like they could shore it up. I think Vieira's going to be very defensive. And I've kept with good old Ben Foster, the cycling goalkeeper, in there. Yes, he's injured, but he will recover, and you know there's a good chance he could come in for Watford at some point if ever needed. So he stays there. But Gaeta's my main man. And then Marçal, another one who looks good on the eye. He hasn't really missed a game for Wolves so far, so he could be a great player for the fixtures coming up. A nice budget, 4.5, along with Ayling there. I've got rid of Trent this time, 7.5. I just don't see it. I've been watching him, and I just feel it's a waste of that money. Now, West Ham have signed Kurt Zouma, so I've got my old faithful Aaron Creswell in there. He's on corners and whatnot. Once Zuma is fit again, he's going to probably replace Dawson and just really put that attacking threat up for West Ham. So I've got Creswell there. I'm sticking with Luke Shaw. I think he will come good. I do believe he'll get forward a lot better. I mean, he's still playing good for Man United, but I do feel he will get back to his best soon. And then in the midfield, we've kept the Egyptian king, Salah. I think loyalty to him, as he is the top FPL point scorer over the past however many seasons, I forget. But what a record he has. Can't go without him. And then instead of having Lukaku, I've got Mason Mount. Now, I've been watching it, and on the eye test, I feel like Mount is going to come good. His finishing has not been quite great. He's just been putting his shots wide. I can see some of them going in soon. And Mount does play off Lukaku, the 1-2, and then gets in them position. So probably some goals to come from Mount. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. And then as talked about earlier, Trincao, I think on the eye test, Traore is the attacking threat. But I feel like Traore wastes a lot of chances, but he does square the ball a lot. He passes the ball well. Let's see if Trincao can take some of them chances, along with his matey up front, Mexican Jimenez. I'm sure there's goals in them. I'm going to give him a chance. I think Jimenez can find his form again. Damari Gray, bit of a hidden gem. From last game week, he got me the 8 points. Just 3% owned, playing really well under Benitez at Everton. So I'll stick with him. He's a nice budget enabler. And then Ferran Torres, I think he could escape the Pep Roulette that little bit. More than what anyone else really can, bar a Diaz or if KDB was fit. But at 7.1 and after his haul, as you can see, 18 points last game week, he's got a big output potential. So Torres is going to be a nice player to rotate with if we're not quite feeling the Pep Roulette. And then Antonio, I did not start the season with him. I had him last season. I cannot rate him highly enough. He's proven it already. Look at the points cocked up. 11, 16 and 13. He's off to a flyer. I cannot allow him to get over 8 million anymore. So I've got on him at 7.9. I'm sure his price probably will get to 8 million by the time the international break is over. And then Kane is not really Kane. Ignore it. Kane is Ronaldo. Budget enabler. I've got 0.9 just to prove it left in the bank. And he will be my budget enabler for Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo is going to explode. I dare not go, as I said earlier in the video, without Ronaldo. I expect him to just do well and tear it up. So that about sums up the video, guys. Some stats, some watch list players, big hitters, and a wildcard drive for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to the channel. Hit that red subscribe button. Hit the like button. And guys, thank you for watching.